Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Samaan. I'm a cardiologist and a physician coach and mindfulness coach, and I'm also a photographer. And I'm going to share with you how I use art as a form of mindfulness. So I'm showing you a painting here by Johannes Vermeer, who was a Dutch painter in the 1600s. And he was particularly known for his interior scenes that depict everyday life in his world. You may be familiar with The Girl with the Pearl Earring. I'll just pop that up for you here. And this is probably the most famous of his works. And he would have been shocked to know that a book was written about this girl, about a fictional version of her life in 1999 by Tracy Chevalier, and then it was made into a movie in 2003 with Scarlett Johansson. It was quite a well-known book and movie about 20 years ago. So I'm going to share with you, though, this painting, which is less well-known, is called the Geographer. So just as a background, we know that art therapy is often used to help restore a sense of well-being in people who are suffering from psychological stress or turmoil. And we can experience similar benefits, although not perhaps for treating psychological illness, but treating psychological distress or stress in our lives. And we can also use art to develop a deeper appreciation of our patients as fellow human beings with all of their complexities through the mindful experience of art. So I just want to show you how I experience this, and hopefully it will help you to develop your own practice, or perhaps deepen your practice of art appreciation. So to get back to Vermeer, he was a Dutch painter. As I said, he painted in the 1600s, and he was never really appreciated in his time. He had 11 kids, and he died at the age of 43, really nearly destitute. Today, only 34 of his paintings are known to exist, although it's said that he painted more than 60. But he was a slow and methodical and very detailed painter. As a physician and a teacher of mindfulness, I'm really drawn to his paintings because of his strong connections to his subjects and his emphasis on their humanity and their individual nature. So, as a photographer, this particular painting really calls out to me because it's on almost photographic frame of reference. That's not surprising given his use of the camera obscura, which was an early form of photographic projection. Basically, they would make a little hole in the wall in a dark room. The light would come through and it would project an image upside down on the opposite wall. It wasn't a photograph in the sense of having something to display, but it basically created an image that the painter could then use to work from. And so this is, to me, almost a photographic image. It feels like an unposed photograph that's capturing a moment in time in this man's life. In fact, the geographer, almost appears to be unaware of the painter, and he's engrossed in his thoughts. Vermeer uses the light and shadowing to shape the space of this gentleman's study, and you can see there's a strong sense of line, of a diagonal line, that kind of pulls you in to the painting. You first notice the illuminated face of this man, and then you travel from left to right and you see his desk, you see this gorgeous tapestry or rug, and then you start to notice all these other aspects of his life that are represented in this painting in his room. Um, this instrument he holds in his hand, you get the sense that this is a very educated man who is interested in exploring his world. His face is illuminated in much the same way as the globe that rests above him here. And his Japanese style robe tells the story of a man who has a wide and diverse experience of life. We can experience a wide range of art as a means for mindful exploration, even if we never really leave our home, our community, our confines, or maybe not as often as we would like. We can get out of our world by exploring work like this in a similar way. So even just a few minutes spent with a work of art like this can allow the mind to clear and create a sense of connection to another human being, perhaps to this gentleman, the geographer that's portrayed, or maybe you even begin to feel a sense of connection to the artist himself. I think this geographer is a perfect stepping off point for this type of exploration. And as you view this painting, if you choose to come with me in a mindful, almost meditative exploration, just allow it to guide you into a sense of tranquility and space. Notice your breath as you spend time with this work of art, paying attention to your slow inhale and exhale. Begin to feel your body loosen, even just a little. And if you want, you could pause this recording here and take your time in this space with this painting. If you want to come along with me a little further, I'll explore the colors in this painting with you. So the colors here unify the composition, and they create a soft, beautiful sense of boundary in which this man lives and works. The gorgeous oranges and blues are complementary colors, which means they're opposite each other on the color wheel, and they sort of sing to each other. They create this beautiful chord, and it gives you a lush and very intimate feeling. We see these colors in his robe, in the tapestry, in the small chair in the background, and even in the shade of light that enters the room. In color theory, blue evokes the mind, reflection, serenity, and the intellectual, while yellow is the color of creativity and confidence. The orange speaks of passion, but perhaps of frustration as well. We don't know what this man's life involves, if he's ever going to leave his small community. But the soft brown gives a sense of nature and quiet. The variety of textures in the textiles and furniture elevates this sense of intimacy for us and deepens the richness of these colors. We feel this sense of balance between the foreground and the background, holding this man, the geographer, in the middle of the painting and setting him firmly in the world. Now, we don't have to turn to the old masters to experience the meditative power of art. If you've ever lost yourself in a song or a beautiful piece of music, you know that to be true. Abstract art, photography, sculpture, any form of art that you might want to explore can be a wonderful portal to mindful exploration. So I hope you've enjoyed this view of the geographer, and I hope that this gives you more to think about the next time you encounter a new work of art, or perhaps even an old friend.